that I'm in. I don't know. Can't believe driving this thing. I am. 2001 Bluebird school bus. Turned it into a Skoolie. Make it kind of cool. It's got an 8.3 Cummins and Allison MD 3060 transmission. Yeah, I'm actually, it's taken me 2 days to pick it up. It's only about a 400-mile trip, but on the way back last night, 11 o'clock, I broke down about 100 miles from home. Had a hard line, fuel line. Wow, the river's up pretty good. You can't see that. But I had a hard fuel line. It fatigued, I guess, and it cracked. So luckily, I MacGyvered it, and I was able to get it to a rest area. And I didn't catch on fire, which was great. I left it there at night. Nice security guard was there. And said it would be fine. He came back in the morning, got a ride, and it took about a 25-minute fix, temporary fix, just to get me on the road. And it's been working great. Oil pressures are good, temperatures are good, sounds good. I don't smell fuel like I did when that line ruptured. Anyway, I'm about 60 miles from home, so hopefully everything will go well, and I'll be able to make it. And I'll set you up when we get there, and you can see show the bus for you. Anyway, crazy, so crazy. Can't believe we got this. The boys are excited. The old lady, the Mrs. Kelly, she's excited for me to get rid of it. I'd say nervous excitement, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, right on. Catch you guys later. Wish me luck.
And now that you've seen the outside of the bus, let's go on inside and see what there is. Well, this is it. As you can see, it's pretty raw. The ceiling's pretty high as well. I'll go ahead and show you guys the back of the bus, kind of an idea that we've got on what we're going to do. So real quick, a little bit about the bus. Not sure if you were able to understand what I was saying on the video when I was driving because it was really loud and rainy. But this is a 2001 Bluebird 84-passenger bus. It's about 22,000 pounds. It's got air brakes. It's got the 8.3 Cummins with the Allison MD 3060. So great setup. About a 100-gallon gas tank. So you got this hole in the ground here, or in the hatch. So nice bones of a build for this bus. Really flat-nosed, lots of space, lots of area to do this. The idea that we have is the back is going to be, and this is all rough ideas now, so if you guys have some ideas, some suggestions, comments you want to add, we're all in the preliminary planning phase. But think about building a bed back here, probably just a queen-size bed, It's going to go from the left, the port starboard side of the bus, so pretty narrow there. It's going to be raised up on a platform. I'm thinking about having the bed be able to tilt up where we get the storage underneath. Also going to have a couple really long drawers that'll pull out all the way underneath the width of the bed that we can get to. And then some of that space, or maybe entrance from the other side of the back door, we're probably going to put some storage under there. I don't know if I'm going to put the power distribution panels or center and batteries maybe under there, because we are planning on maybe some solar. We're still planning that. So kind of a rough idea of what we're doing. Once again, bed back here, queen size bed. We're thinking about putting the composting toilet over here. We've got some Bob's butt wipes currently in case we need those for an emergency. We would have the sink right here, so imagine a little doorway. Probably you walk in, you've got the toilet, you've got a little sink right here. Think about keeping the rest of it open. We'll have a shower over here, roughly, oversized shower, maybe 2 people if you squeeze in there, maybe with a little seat. So if I needed to shave my legs, then I could do it in there. Also, we'll have some spots between the bed and the bathroom where we can build some built-ins for hanging storage or drawer storage. Don't really know exactly yet what we're going to do. If you notice, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm stretching. I can probably stretch out on 8.5, 9 feet. I think is what probably 8 feet is what the roof is. Just under 9 feet tall. It's been raised. You can tell. The gentleman that I bought it from, AR, great guy. He did a lot of hard work on the bus. He raised it 17 inches. So you just have this massive amount of space. Planning on putting a mini split. Air conditioner potentially across, mounting it on this, running the condenser, all that outside on the deck, which that you saw in the beginning of the video. And let's see what else back here we have. So the good part about being so tall and have all this stuff exposed is we're going to insulate it. I'm going to insulate it almost like a house. So I'm planning on running all the wiring, moving a couple of these windows, panels around maybe just a little bit, but having somebody come in here and spray foam from the floor to the wall to the ceiling. So it should pretty much hopefully be about like a Yeti cooler. It should cut down on noise inside the bus, noise outside the bus as well, and it'll be a lot easier to heat and cool. And with that, so let's go ahead and we'll move on a little bit to the midsection of the bus here. So for the boys, we're going to need some kind of sleeping area for them. So between the bathroom area, we're thinking about putting a sliding barn door that just slides across, fits into the wall out of the way when we're not using it, and then you put your finger on it, pull it across when you need it. On this side, looking at putting bunk beds, but just not your typical bunk bed. So very built-in bunk beds on the ship. They call them coffin racks, only because it was pretty tight and you could barely turn around, almost like if you were in a coffin. But because of the tall ceilings here, instead of trying to cram 3 of them in here, we're just going to do 2. So the boys should have enough room to sit up straight in the bed. If they want to be on a tablet, or if they want to read a book, or just have some time to do whatever they need to do, daydream, they're going to have that option to do that. Underneath the mattresses, they're going to flip up, just like on a ship that you might have been on maybe once before. If you've been on a working ship, that is, or a Navy ship, you tilt it up, you're going to have storage underneath. We're going to probably make about 12 inches of storage, so there should be more than enough area for them to put their stuff underneath their bed. On top of underneath their bed, up underneath in their bed area above their mattress on that back wall, we're probably going to have some more storage, maybe even at the foots of the bed options, so that they can tuck books in there or knickknacks, whatever they want, so they can personalize their space. Also, probably going to throw a couple portholes on there, some sort. I'm not sure yet if they're going to be brass, old style school ones, or newer, more modern ones, where they can open them up, get some ventilation if they need it, or let some heat out. both of them fart a lot, so it might be able to off-gas some stinkiness there. So directly opposite of the beds are probably going to go measured out probably roughly to about right here. So we're in the middle of the bus, pretty much. But on this side, starting from where the shower's going to go, probably some kind of cabinet storage here. Probably the bottom part is going to be potentially that power distribution area where we've got fuses and inverters, converters, planning on solar power and batteries. So all that would be in here. The batteries will most likely be on the outside of the bus underneath. I'll make some kind of cage for them because there's tons of space underneath the bus, as you saw earlier, that we'll be able to use. But have some real nice build-ins, a couple maybe pull-out spice type racks where we can pull out, and you can have your canned food or your rices, whatever, spices and stuff. And then a galley-style kitchen. So as you can see, probably we've got solid panels here. I can move all this around still in this space, so I might move these a little bit depending on where I'm going to end up putting the sink. But we're thinking about galley-style countertop, about 9 feet long. Will put us about to this location right here. Maybe just a little bit past that, and we'll have maybe a farm style sink, maybe not. I really want to be able to, when we're not using the sink, put a cutting board on top and make it flush so we've got more surface area if we needed it. Also debating on what kind of cooktop we're going to do. If we're going to do an induction or convection cooktop, or if we're going to do a propane style cooktop. Maybe we'll do one of each, but I want something that's flush mounted where I can flip the lid down, kind of cover it, conceal it, and then if we need the prep space, we need the top space, we can do that. Some real deep pull outs probably on the bottom where we can maybe put in a toaster oven, or maybe we'll build a toaster oven or a convection microwave. I don't know yet exactly. Thinking though about putting 2 more windows in here that I've got back there, and just using the bottom half all the way across. Because as I'm standing here, I'd be working, maybe doing some dishes, getting ready to dry them. I could look out along the bus, and then from this window up, I can make some really cool cabinets, so we can put plates in there, or dry products, more storage. Because of course, I think storage is going to be a commodity on something like this, especially if we're traveling around seeing things. Okay. What else here? So switching on to kind of the front of the bus, or opposite the kitchen, right beside the bunk beds, we could put maybe a full-size refrigerator. Don't know if we're going to do a 110-volt refrigerator, if we're going to do an RV style one where it's 12-volt propane or LP gas, and then 110 if we plugged in. Not sure yet. If you guys have any comments, suggestions you've had of a camper Class A, you like them, you don't like them, suggestions, please put in the comments, because this is our first RV-ish, I guess if you call it an RV, that we're doing. So any inputs you can add with that are going to be great. I did think about, like I was saying before, a sailboat style freezer where you can actually set your food down into. You can put ice in there if you need to. It's normally 12 volts they run on, or they run off of propane, something like that as well. And it's just a chest style one where you put the lid on and it seals. We might do something like that too. I don't know advantages, disadvantages with that. I know they work pretty good is what I've heard. So refrigerator roughly here. We might have a little countertop or some more built-ins right beside the refrigerator for more storage, maybe for stuff for the living area. Which is what we're going to move on. Right, and so the front of the bus, we got some ideas, plans maybe that we're going to do here. On the port side, the left side, my right side, the counter is going to end for the kitchen, the galley style kitchen. This whole area up here, we will then have a seating area. Planning on putting maybe a solid cushion for the seat part, a solid cushion for the back part. The bottom, I was going to try to have slide out with some slats, so If we needed to, we could pull it out, lay the top cushion down, and we've got an extra area for people to sleep. If we have guests stay with us or extra people. And then I also I've seen where you can slide it back, put the part on, and then it actually tilts up, and then you can get to some storage that you've got underneath. So we'll see how that goes for that side. And for this side over here, the idea is for an eating area / multi-purpose area where the boys can be up here doing schoolwork. They can have room for storing all their school stuff. We can do arts and crafts. We can do editing. We can watch movies, read books, whatever. Eat dinner. We would have a pub height table, probably live edge or butcher block style to match whatever we end up doing on the kitchen side. Who knows? We may go granite marble. Not quite sure yet. Full length here though. Probably have 4 or 5 maybe seats here, the old style seats, that swivel out. Underneath, sit down, do what you're doing. When you're done, they slide in underneath. Probably pin them so they don't move around while we're driving. But that's it. Have some more storage under there. Maybe tall storage with skinny drawers for the boys' personal stuff. Little knickknacks or whatever. We could also do storage up here. Once again, we have tons of height. So, if I build cabinets in here, I could build cabinets to the height of the window there. And if the table comes out 18 inches or 16 inches, there's no way you're going to be able to put your head on it. So lots of storage possibilities up there. Same thing above the couch. And so that's the idea. I want to try to figure something out for the co-pilot seat up here, which I'll go ahead and take you guys up to the helm or the bridge of the boat, or the cockpit, whatever you want to call it. So once again, 2001 Bluebird. It's got an 8.3 Cummins. This is the engine surround part. It's got some gaskets that we need to replace. Keep the engine noise out, keep the fumes out. Probably going to try to modify this, some kind of custom stuff with some cup holders, some trays, maybe some USB ports, wireless charging, whatever. Maybe even a monitor for backing the buses up. Maybe even put a monitor up there for backing the buses up. Haven't quite figured that out yet. The area here, so it's got air brakes. It's got cruise control that works. I don't know, that video that I shot while I was driving the bus, really noisy, rainy, very loud. I had the cruise control on. It worked. It was great. The bus stayed on speed, whatever I set it at. This motor and this transmission pushes this bus with ease, so that's always a plus. It also has anti-lock brakes, which I noticed when I turned it on. I saw the light come on and off. All of our selector switches are over there. The seats that are up here currently, this is your standard bus seat for the most part. It was actually an air ride seat. The previous owner disconnected it. I think he was going to take it out. I'd love to put something fancy in there, something out of a real nice Class A motorhome, or who knows, I don't know if I can find one that'll fit out of a nice Peterbilt or something. Something real fancy, looking for heated seats, maybe a little massage action going on there, some air rides, maybe dual arms, so I can get real comfortable while I'm driving it, or when Triton's driving it, because that's where he's been sitting for quite a while. Looking up here, typical front bus style. We're going to try to keep some of that bus stuff in here, but I also want to try to customize it for us. That makes it unique. Maybe even do a different dash panel. Taking this off, this is a recorder box for the cameras that used to have a camera system. I'll repurpose this for a lock box for something, personal items or something. If you look up there to the top left, that's your typical Florida school bus, air conditioner, it's a fan. Yeah, so that's not going to work out too good for us. That's why we're going to do that mini split unit, and most likely the mini split unit is going to be run off of the batteries that we're going to have for storage, so 48 volt DC, and they're pretty efficient. They have a pretty high C rating. That way, while we're driving down the road in this Yeti cooler of a bus, we'll be able to kick on the AC and keep everybody comfortable in the bus while we're driving. The defroster works great, the heat works great, everything up here. I did have a window cracked open when I was driving yesterday, and it seemed like it was a monsoon, and the bus got a little wet on the inside, so all the windows fogged up, the front window started fogging up, and I turned on that defroster, and within minutes, this, I don't know, 4 foot by 5 foot window pane on each side was defogged or defrosted, so it works great there. This is a 5-speed bus. Like I said, it shifts, or it's a great setup. It shifts great. It drives great. Air brakes are a little bit getting used to. I currently do not have a. Some of the questions are maybe, or they might be. I had questions for sure. Is I don't have a CDL license, a commercial driver's license. This bus is a commercial vehicle. However, this bus is a commercial vehicle for private use. So when you get insurance for a bus, and you're using it for maybe converting it or using it like this, I would say it's, and you need to say that it's a commercial vehicle, but you're using it for private use. I told them that, you know, it's got no seats in the back, so I'm not going to be trying to make money off of it. Even though it's a commercial bus, and it's for private use, it doesn't mean that you can't have passengers in here. You can put your family in here. You can put family and friends in here. You're just not doing it in a commercial capacity. You're not making money off of it when you're doing that. So I'm able to get away with my Class E driver's license to drive this bus. Storage above, that works great. We've got some other storage up here. We have the body fluids cleanup, first aid kit, typical bus stuff. Probably keep some of this. I don't know how I'm going to organize all this, what I'm going to have on the dash. Like I said, talked about maybe some backup camera monitors, maybe some kind of engine management system where I can pull up extra information on the engine. I know they have those. You can, pretty simple. Probably take all, like I said, take all this off, add some cool wood up here, even overall this stuff. I'm going to have to get you got to get a CB radio, you know, because I got to talk to my truckers out there on the big rigs and my fellow RVers. So if you're following this, we do appreciate it. This is our adventure for this year, 2020. You know, we've had a whole bunch of harebrained ideas. I'd say I've had a whole bunch of harebrained ideas, and we kind of keep talking about it, keep kicking the can, and you know, starting to get some gray hairs. It's happening. We're getting older, so we're trying to do something about it. Get more gray hairs, right? So this year, this is what we're doing. We're living for life. If you could, if you guys enjoy this content, you got questions, concerns, please follow us. We're going to start up a Instagram page, Facebook page. We're going to try to update everything. We might even throw this on Twitch. We're definitely going to be on YouTube. We are going to set up a Patreon page where you can donate if you guys see fit. If you've got materials, suggestions, ideas, please comment on Facebook, comment on YouTube, comment wherever you can. We'll try to answer those comments. We definitely going to take the info you have, the knowledge.